Love it or leave it.
America is going to hell in a handbasket. Luckily, that handbasket matches my shoes perfectly. Here to dress down the GOP presidential field, it's the incredible author Lydia Kiesling and the hilarious Shain Brenden. Hi. Thanks for coming. Hi. Come on in. So you guys go here. I'm still learning how to sit.
You got it. Go for it. I believe in you. Fucking nailed it. Hell yeah.
All right, hello to you both.
Hey, how's it going?
Between the Marjorie's Taylor Greene, the Matz's Gates, and the George's Santos, do you think the Republican Party has gotten so bizarre it's pulling the Democratic Party towards absurdity, like the force of the earth and the moon, like the tides, a celestial object Lauren Boebert probably doesn't believe in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is too. I think it's making us all weird. What do you think?
Yeah, is Lauren Boebert in the audience here? Or
I hope so. I hope she's getting real frisky out there. I like that what she took away from it, like her big lesson of that whole experience was don't date Democrats. And it's like, this wasn't a partisan issue, lady. Like politics genuinely wasn't a part of it. Like it was an apolitical disgrace, which is cool because we don't have those anymore.
No.
It's unifying.
It's refreshing.
That's unity.
Yeah, it was like it's like we've been in a period where the monoculture like returned with a vengeance. It was like Taylor, Beyonce, Boebert, like everybody kind of agreeing and having a blast.
It's nostalgia I like to throw back. I'm waiting for my 03 time to come back, man. That's not bad.
What?
I mean, I was killing it in 03, so I wouldn't mind
You
being
were?
part of that. Yeah, I was doing pretty well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I was like 25 pounds lighter.
Okay.
Strong jawline in 03.
You had a great jawline in 03?
Yeah, hard edges. Yeah.
Do you get advertisements for those things that they say celebrities put in their mouths to make their jawline stronger?
Yeah.
Those like mouth things that you chew?
I get a lot of mouth ads.
You know those things? Do you think they work?
I don't know. What do you think?
I recently learned about that. I think men get sent those ads more often. I have never seen, and I need it, but I've never gotten one.
Yeah, it's hard chewing to sharpen up the jaw. That's what the targeted ads want me to believe. And I usually believe a targeted ad.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too. Speaking of climate change, Lydia, this is my pivot to talk about mobility.
Oh, thank you.
Mobility, the first book from Crooked Media Reads. Now, first of all, we called the imprint Crooked Media Reads because there was another book publisher called Crooked Something, and we were going to get in trouble if we didn't put another word at the end. If you had known that, would you have still allowed us to publish your book?
I would have loved to workshop. Yeah, maybe some of the words. I don't know.
No.
What else were you throwing around?
So it was truly, there is nothing that I do in this life that is more frustrating to the people around me than involve myself in a name storm. I could go for fucking days. I could literally, you give me a fucking, a dry erase marker that was properly put in its cup, fucking tipped down. I'm ready. But, the Republican Party in the US is an outlier on virtually everything, but especially on climate change. Can you just talk a little bit about the relationship? Mobility exists both as a story about climate in the US, but also a broader story about how the world is facing climate change, how a kind of corporate structure that is international is trying to avoid facing up to climate change. Can you talk a little bit about like US craziness and how it factors into mobility?
Wow, that is a complex question. I'd say the thing that's most like vivid as an illustration to me now is if you go on like the Halliburton website, you would be pretty sure that they make like environmentally friendly, like windmills. Or if you go on BP's website, it's like, we're solving this crisis together. We are the energy transition, and we're supposed to say thank you. And yeah, I mean, I think our political process is like encouraging that at basically every turn.
So you wrote the book, which is incredible, and people should
Thank you.
buy it. And I think that like it is a book that grapples with personal responsibility to an enormous problem that we feel like the way in which people rationalize their connection to a broken system. And I think that that's something that is like the left grapples with, I think, more than the right does. But I think you see it in everything from fights about banning straws at Starbucks all the way up to all the way up to like what protests are happening like on college campuses. How do you think about the challenge of, on the one hand, recognizing that individuals have responsibility, while on the other hand, people will want to be part of a movement that is fun, that doesn't feel like you have to be perfect to belong?
Yeah, that's such a great point. I think when people hear things like, recently, like French people did a poll where they all agreed that people should have like 4 flights in their life. That doesn't like maybe make a lot of people think like, yes, I want to join onto this movement. But I personally, when I see like really young people going and like yelling at very self-satisfied like political donors like at a fancy garden party, I actually love that for them. I'm like, I want to be the person that the young generation does not come and yell at. I will do whatever they want to prevent that from happening. So.
Getting yelled at is my kink, but I understand your point. Do you like to be yelled at?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes. Take a shot.
Man, how the fuck are you gonna come out here and then put in my mind what you were like in 2003? leaving me wondering. I don't have anything.
It's all I have to contribute. I'm way out of my depth here. You wrote a book? That's awesome.
Why don't you write a book?
Why didn't I write a book?
Yeah.
Dude, I barely read, okay?
You barely read?
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
See, there it is.
Well, I listen.
Oh, I'm all about, ear read. I read. Audibles.
I believe...
Any other ear readers out there?
Here's my feeling on ear reading.
Okay.
As we call it. Scientists sometimes refer to it as listening, but I don't want to use jargon. I don't want to get too scientific about it. But my philosophy is, reading an audiobook counts.
Yes.
As long as you don't find yourself doing something else for 15 minutes and then say, I think they're at the movies. You know what I mean?
Right.
You gotta listen as well as your eyes. You know your eyes can't not see something? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, though? Once you know how to read,
okay,
when you look at words, you know what they are.
Sure.
You can't stop the process.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? Like, once you know how to read, and you know how to read.
Right, yes, of course. Sure.
But once you know how to read.
I read so hard.
When you know how to read, and someone puts it, like, you can't say, no, I don't want to see those words, so I'll let my eyes not see them.
Yeah.
It's automatic. It's almost like you're forced to, I don't want the teacher to hear this, but once you've learned to read as a child, which you don't have any say in because you're a minor, you can't as an adult decide, I want to stop knowing how to do this. I hate this.
Okay, all right. I can't argue with anything you just said. I have no counterpoint. Reading's tight, though.
No, reading is tight. Do you like Portland?
Do I like Portland? Yeah, sure, I like Portland. Do you like Portland?
Yeah, I like it.
But like, do you like it though?
Yeah, I like it. I really like it.
All right.
It's the greatest city in the world. Lydia and Shain.
This guy's good.
America's many things. In the same way, a hive full of yellow jackets eating an old corn dog somebody dropped on the fairgrounds is many things. And America, one thing it is weird. As a result, increasingly Americans demand extremely weird presidents. Forget someone who you want to get a beer with. Now Americans want a president who dropped a pallet of Bud Light off a bridge because a trans woman held a can of it on TikTok. Weird fucking country.
Yeah.
Now, would we all like to see a pallet of beer dropped off a bridge onto, say, a GMC truck below?
Sure.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
But that's not the point.
All right.
The point is, it's time for a game we're calling Keep America Weird.
Yeah.
Lydia, I'll start with you. Mid-GOP debate, Chris Christie called Donald Trump what Disney character? I'll give you a hint. It was an insult based on how Donald Trump was avoiding questions.
No cheating up in the balcony.
Well, you're up there. We're down here.
Peter Pan?
Oh, no, it was Donald Duck, show the cursed text.
You're ducking these things. And let me tell you what's going to happen. You keep doing that, no one up here is going to call you Donald Trump anymore. We're going to call you Donald Duck.
Drop the mic.
That's hard.
It's my friend Chris.
That's hard.
It was hard watching it. You know, you have a friend and you can't help him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you actually realize when you've tried to help them, you don't help them. You actually need to stop trying to help.
Yes.
Because actually the way to help them is to not help them.
Yeah, that's most of my friendships, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me and Chris Christie.
Cool.
Shain, new rumors are swirling around Ron DeSantis' sartorial choices,
Okay.
with critics posting video evidence that DeSantis is, in fact, wearing what?
Oh, heels.
Yeah.
See? Ear
Fuck
reading,
yeah. Let's show the proof again.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man.
Insane.
No time to talk. Music like women have been kicked around since I was born.
I mean, the man.
I'm okay, and you may look me
Do you remember that Dr. Seuss book about the sad king who no longer protects the low-lying land from the birds that chip away at the roots of the trees that prevent the water from rushing in because someone stole his stilts?
No.
You're making this up. That's not real.
Yeah, no. What
Wait
book
a
was
second.
that? Yeah.
Is that a book I dreamt? That exists, right? The King's Stilts? Fuck yeah.
Nerds.
Anyway.
I live here too. It's all
In
good.
his,
I'm also weird.
Lydia, in his August interview with Tucker Carlson's Twitter show, Donald Trump shared his thoughts on the death of which infamous figure?
Can you use a lifeline and ask the balcony again?
Yeah. I need help. Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Shout out
Yeah.
to you.
They got to talking about it. I don't even know if we have a clip. Oh, no.
Do you think Epstein killed himself sincerely?
I don't know. I will say that, he was a fixture in Palm Beach.
Yeah.
I don't know what Barr said about it either. I have no idea what he said. What did he say? He killed himself?
That's Donald Duck. That's Donald
Don-
Duck.
that's
right
fucking
there.
Donald Duck. You know how fucking crazy you have to be that you ask Donald Trump and he's like, whoa, 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 pal.
Easy.
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 In August, Vivek Ramaswamy said Representative Ayanna Pressley was like a leader of what racist organization?
A leader of, well, of course, the racist organization.
It's the first. It's got to be the first one you think of.
Yeah, it is the Klan.
Yes,
I knew that
that was what he said.
right off the bat.
Called her a modern grand wizard of the modern KKK.
That's right. Boo to that. Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah, because he sucks.
Yeah, he does.
Lydia, some people have 15 minutes of fame, others have 15 minutes of wait who. During his tragic presidential run, former GOP candidate Doug Burgum gave away what in exchange for new donors to the campaign. If you donated $1 to Doug Burgum, what did you get?
A Sizzler gift card.
Close. I wish it were a Sizzler gift card. Just $20. So if you donated $1 to Doug Burgum, he gave you $20.
Is that legal?
You make it up on volume. But the he needed to acquire the donors. He had to get to a certain number of donors to get on the debate stage because that's where he kept his rocket ship, where he would take off.
Checks out.
And so he had to buy the donors. So if you gave him $1, you got $20. By the way, why didn't we all do that? And there's literally, like, think about it. Like, why didn't, like, but why? Seriously, none of us did. Did anyone here do it? Did you actually? Fuck yeah, Portland. Because, like, you just, like, game it out. Like, you're taking $19 from a Republican presidential candidate and Republican governor. Like, it's like net good. That's money to you from something that the world would be better without. It's all upside. Why didn't we all fucking do it? We should do it. Why don't we do it right now?
Yeah, I was saying,
everyone,
we still got time.
Text solidarity. Shain, during the second GOP debate, Nikki Haley told Vivek Ramaswamy, "Every time I hear you, I feel a little bit dumber for what you say." Because he talked about doing a TikTok with this YouTuber turned pro fighter.
You know I know the answer to this. Yeah, it's Jake Paul. of
Hell
course.
yeah.
That guy sucks.
As a follow-up, before filming that video, Ramaswamy called TikTok a digital version of what drug? The day before he joined the platform.
I'm gonna. You know what?
Lydia, you can steal it.
Go for it.
Is it fentanyl?
Correct. And by the way, a broken Vivek is right twice a day because it is fentanyl. It is. It's digital fentanyl. I think that's true.
I don't know, man. There's a lot. Okay. Well, we can walk right outside this theater and see TikTok just all over the place. You know? I've passed a few TikToks on the walk over here. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's an important point.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right.
During Pride Month this year, this candidate made a video highlighting Trump's alleged pro-LGBTQ support as a way to shame him. A candidate, a Republican, made an anti-Trump video by claiming he was too pro-gay. Who did it? Who did it? Either one of you can take it.
Two pro-gays? What was the name of the candidate?
No, the candidate accused Trump of being pro. No,
Okay.
the candidate accused Trump of being pro-gay. Who was it?
Ron DeSantis.
DeSantis.
It was DeSantis.
It's Jake Paul, dude.
Mike Pence.
Oh, nice.
This fucking guy. Do you know people? Have you dealt with people in your life like a Ron DeSantis? Like, have you come across this type, this sort of officious, mean, ambitious, unlikable type?
A couple people have. I haven't. Have you?
I think he's rare to see in the wild as a type.
Yeah.
But with the, like, he eats with, like, the salad with the fork.
It's
or
pudding with 3 fingers. And the question is, which
Right.
3 fingers? My instinct was like that, you know? But then you could think, like, maybe it's like European style, you know?
Oh, wow.
Like that, you know?
That's, yeah.
Like how in, like, Inglourious Bastards, it gave him away.
I totally get that reference. There's a bunch of these dudes once you just drive at least 15 minutes outside of Portland. In either direction.
In the direction.
Either direction. Yeah, a couple of Santies. They're all over the place.
Can I ask you an Oregon question? So, Portland
Sure.
is like this,
Okay.
but not much else in Oregon is like this.
Oh, no.
It's just this.
Yeah.
And Eugene.
Oh, yeah.
And
we got
Eugene.
some fucking ducks in here. Yeah, sure. Sure. Eugene, I guess. Portland is, it's a big sea of red. Well, the Oregon is a big sea of red with a little drop of blue, and that's our beautiful city of Portland.
Hell yeah.
In Eugene,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
Do people from Eugene have a chip on their shoulder?
There
They
it
do,
is.
huh? You said you were here first?
Technically,
Is that what you mean?
technically,
Technically, I don't think
I don't
any
know
of you were here
guys
first.
were here first.
I don't think we want to start a who was here first
Yeah.
contest.
I did read some of those books,
Yeah.
so I know that's not true.
I don't think that's
Yeah.
I don't think that's a fruitful journey.
Yeah.
No.
But go Ducks, whatever, you know. Just kidding, I'm a Bulldogs fan. It's
And
all good.
finally, during his still running ill-fated campaign, Tim Scott got into it with an EGOT winner on the set of a long-running daytime talk show.
Ooh.
Which EGOT winner was it?
Do you know the- shh. Do you know? No? We're gonna go with Whoopi.
You got it. Let's see the clip.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm going to stand
No,
up now.
sit
No,
down.
Wait, why'd he stand up? What was about to happen?
They were in a bit of a they were having a discussion, a dispute.
I'd watch Whoopi throw hands. That'd be tight. Right? Whoopi could beat the shit out of that guy.
Whoopi Goldberg is so cool. Like, she'd be cool if she weren't a Star Trek character.
Right. Yeah.
And then on top of all that, like, you know what? You're never in the same way that whenever Lilith shows up on Frasier, and I'm sorry, I'm previewing my Seattle material.
How dare you? How dare you open mic Seattle jokes to us?
Bring it. Bring it. Oh, yeah. What if everyone in Portland wore a suit? That's called Seattle. Yeah. If somehow, if New York was a person
Okay.
and then came over to Portland and put its finger in Portland's face and said, "You grow up and start taking responsibility," it would walk up the coast, and sit down, and be Seattle. The point I was making, and it is important, is that in the same way you're always happy to see Lilith stop by on an episode of Frasier, whenever Whoopi Goldberg shows up on an episode of Star Trek, you're like, fuck yeah, Guinan, hell yeah, we're doing it.
Okay.
We're doing it.
All right.
We're doing it. In the Star Trek world, Lydia, it took a global war for them to figure out how to finally have a kind of humane and communal and pro-environment society.
Sure, dude. Wait, which? Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Star Wars. I was like, I didn't catch any of that shit. No, I heard. I ear read wrong. I didn't. I'm sorry.
But that's my point about ear reading.
Yes.
Which is, that's the whole point, to bring us back full circle.
See, I'm here to help.
And mobility is an audiobook.
Yes, you can
And it's a
ear
great
read
way
it.
to enjoy it.
Awesome.
You should get it as an audiobook, audiobooks are where you do your best ear reading.
Yes.
But you mis-ear read what I was saying.
Yes.
But if
Yes,
I
I
had
did.
it printed on a sign, you couldn't have. You would have just seen the words. Like subtitles, which is also
That's
a term
also
of art.
reading. That counts.
That does count as reading.
Thank you. Tell my wife that.
But then also and your podcast is called Assville.
Yeah.
And what's it about? It's about asses?
No, it's mostly about
What's it about? Do you know what it's about?
Yeah, it's just a good time.
It's a good time.
More of a family, current events, pop culture kind of thing.
So Assville is more of like a state of mind.
Asheville is it's an essence, it's a feeling. It's a glance from across the room. It's a friend in the balcony that shouts out answers.
This segment was weird. Everybody, go buy Lydia's amazing novel, Mobility, at your closest brick and mortar mom and pop bookshop, and go listen to Shain's podcast, Assville, which sounds like my kind of town, and follow him at Shain Brenden. When we come back, the weirdness continues.